Hello, everyone. Welcome. Is it loud enough? Yes. Is it warm enough? Yes. Jay's brilliant idea to do sweatshirts. We're all thrilled, right? You all look fabulous. You all look amazing. I just want to say welcome to our home. Mark and I were delighted to be able to host Morty's 100th birthday. Mark was going to speak, but I don't even know where he is. Oh, there he is. But I'm not sure he needs to. He said something that was really, has really resonated with me. Over the last 100 years, when you think about how much Morty has been witness to, it's really a remarkable thing. And how much wisdom he shares with us every day. Yes, really. What my mother, some of you may know, my mother's house was it's under attorney review. They're moving soon. Closer to me. Everybody knows. They're moving to Verona, which is closer for us. But when I brought a painter in to just do some freshening up, I was ready to go with that painter. And Morty said, you know, you think you should get a second opinion? and so we did, and it was a wise move, even though my mother now hates the painter. But
She's like the first one.
She liked the first one, yeah, it's more expensive. But not a day goes by when Morty does not share some nugget of wisdom with all of us, and we're so thrilled to have him as part of our lives, and all of you by extension. So thank you very much for all being here today, and I'm going to hand it over to, I'm going to hand it over to Jay. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I said
Thank you. Welcome, everyone. This is just such an amazing occasion. Thank you all for coming. I'd first just like to thank Linda and Mark for opening their home and their tent to us. This really is beautiful. There's a few of us who are going to say a few words, but this is an open mic. If anyone would like to share a story about my father, I see a hand waving in the corner. Okay. George, come on up. Well, in a moment. Okay. But I just, see, I have a little note here. Thank you, first of all, to my cousins, Shell, George, and Jonathan, for bringing in this little PA system and the music. I want to say a special thank you to Linda. You've just been fantastic. It's been really, really wonderful. We've worked together on this party for a number of months. It's just been really fun. We've had a chance to get to know each other better, and thank you so much, Linda. I would also just like to give a little special recognition. Other than my father, there's just one person in this room who was able to give me some adult guidance when I was just a little kid. And that's my kindergarten teacher, Alita Irwin. You've been there my whole life. Absolutely. Okay, so whoever would like to come up and say a few words, we've got a couple people who will be speaking, but anyone else would like to start? George? Where's Morty?
I asked Sharon earlier, I asked her a couple of days ago, I said, gee, are you going to say a few words? She said, no. So I walked away. I said, okay, fine.
Put the mic closer to your mouth.
What?
That's good.
It's my anchor. And so I walked away. Then today she said, well, are you going to say anything? I said, what? Well, okay, fine. How's that? Okay, good. I finally modulated to the age in the room. So, Morty, the first thing that came to mind when I saw the 1916 is that you were actually born before the sinking of the Lusitania.
No,
Say it again.
that was 1915. But it's
No, well, we entered war in 1917. So anyway, I'm not sure about that. I'm going to check.
by the way, I'm reading.
Does anybody have a
I'm reading a book. I'm reading a book on this right now.
Okay.
That's the only reason I know this.
before entering into World War I?
Before we entered into World War I. Anyway, Morty, you know, my memory of you only goes back 36 and a half years. When we met, actually, the first moment we really had together was when Sharon and I were engaged, and we were in Nat and Irene's apartment. And then later we were at the pier getting ready for the wedding, and Morty was there, and Horace was there, and they were helping me put the studs in my shirt. I don't know how that happened. They were there in the room helping me put the studs in my shirt. And just the warmth from the family, and the warmth that you exemplify, outside of the fact that you're the only dentist who ever gave me a crown that I still have. You know, God bless you and your crowns.
Silver in my mouth is his. That's the truth.
I just want to tell you how honored we are to celebrate with you, and to tell you that we only wish that you be crowned with another 20 happy and healthy years with your family and friends all around you.
Okay, I think Cousin Jonathan, was that?
Sure.
How do I change the autofocus points on here? You have no idea.
Hey everybody. So they just picked me up off the street because they heard that I was an exceptional public speaker, and they called me Cousin Jonathan, and I know that my uncle is Morty. Is that right? Morty?
It's on the sweatshirt.
It's on the sweatshirt. Perfect.
No.
A few short memories, not really anecdotes, but memories. So some of my fondest memories, Uncle Morty, are up at the Nebely Hotel on Passover. And just when Shale and I were younger, you always took the time to play tennis with us and to work on our ground strokes. And although I never got to play 18 holes of golf with you, I used to hear all the stories from Uncle Horace, and I took great pride in the fact that, even though I always called you Uncle Morty, I knew you were my great uncle, but telling all my friends that I had a great uncle who still played 18 holes of golf, and it, made me feel like maybe one day when hopefully I reach your age that I can still do all the things that I saw that you did. It's something that I've always loved, and I still have friends who will ask me to this day, how's your Uncle Morty? What's he up to? And I'll say, he's doing things that your average centenarian, should have looked that one up, centenarian would do. And it's absolutely incredible, and gives me a lot of pride. And today was the first time where I think I realized that you are actually the great uncle of Annabelle and Emmy and Madeline and all these girls here and I'm leaving out another child, Lucy. It's really just absolutely amazing. It's absolutely amazing, and you know, fond memories of you driving up to Boston with Bunny and playing basketball with me and Shale. Just only happy memories. So just happy to be here today, and it's lovely. And Gilda, I love it. I love that I can tell my friends that my centenarian great uncle has a lady friend. That's the greatest. That's the greatest. The fun should never end. My wife's getting very upset. She has no idea what I might say. It scares her. I don't know what I'm going to say at the time. But in any event, whether it was before or after the Lusitania was sunk, it doesn't matter. Your coming into Gilda's life was just a true blessing for her and for our family, and I just want to thank you for that. And just to have you in her life for these years has just been a wonderful thing. Thank you.
Okay, anybody else would like to say a few words?
Very few, but I just want to wish you happy birthday, Morty, and thank you for being such a wonderful husband to my mother, Bunny, and all the Gilberts and the Hazelnuts say happy birthday.
Stefano.
I think my speech was going to be a little bit longer, but since I'm too nervous, it's going to be, I cut it down. What I wanted to say is, how often do you walk into a room and know exactly what everyone is thinking? Probably not that often, except for today. I'm pretty sure everyone is looking at Morty and thinking, look at him, he looks amazing. He doesn't look 100, he looks maybe early 80s. And of course, what's on everybody's mind is, how did he do it? What is his secret? My other thought was, those who are related to Morty probably very happy at this moment. One day they would also reach 100, and those who are not related probably wish they were related. I've only known Morty for 7 years. It's a fraction of his life, 7% I think of his life. But couple of things that I have noticed. But a couple of things that I have noticed, he's very kind, very, very kind. He's curious about life, about everything, new apps, computers, chickens, photography, anything that's really new. And I think one of the things that I love about him, he's always humming a happy tune. When the rest of us are bored and we're reaching for our phones just to check our social media, Morty is singing, and maybe that is a secret of long life. I don't know. I want to wish you a very happy birthday, and I don't know if some of you have a chance to open the envelopes and see and read some of the proverbs, and I'm sure if you have, you probably thought to yourself, I wish I could live to 120, and one of those proverbs would be written about me. Happy birthday, Morty.
Next up is Gilda. Before Gilda, is there anyone else who would like to say a couple words? Okay.
Longhand.
Some of this will be repetitive. I'm sorry for that. I didn't know what anybody else was going to say. First of all, a big thank you to Jay for making this party, and Linda and Mark for hosting it. When I first approached Jay, he said it would be his pleasure. He and his dad have a wonderful and unusually close relationship. Morty's first words on Awakening April 25th were, I made it. Indeed. On February 29th, I was sure we lost him. And we were so close. He fooled us, and gratefully so. I then found out why he has made it this far. He's tenacious. He fights everything that he thinks makes him look like an old man. He fights the walker even though his balance is not what it once was. And if I'm not there when he needs to walk the stairs, too bad. Up and down he goes. It has been quite an experience for me. Yes, he is exactly like an 80-year-old and complains that I'm trying to make him feel trying to make him feel useless. Hardly. He still does many things around the house that I cannot. Still reads the New York Times cover to cover every day. I've only been a part of Morty's life for a short time, 1/10 of his life. But with all the angst of the aging process, for both of us, he is still the kindest, most caring, and sweetest man. So many of you have told me how much you love him, even those who know him a short time. So nice to hear. Hopefully he will continue to go on for an additional several years in comparatively good health. And all of us oldsters along with him, and the youngsters surpass him. As we say in Hebrew, L'chaim.